Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another transfer news show, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys can see, other than my traps looking good, alhamdulillah. Let me not flex. This is a football channel. We're here to talk Kai Havertz to Arsenal Football Club. Yes, sir, it has happened. Kai Havertz is now an Arsenal player. We got the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. In the words of my brother Igal, iconic TikTok there from Igal. So today's stream, we're going to be talking about Kai Havertz to Arsenal. We're going to be touching on Declan Rice. We're going to be touching on Jury and Timber, who's been announced as well. There's so much to talk about when it comes to Arsenal Football Club. And as you guys know, the name of the channel is This is Football, not This is Anfield. So we cover all clubs possible. I plan on doing, inshallah, a City stream as well tomorrow. We're going to talk about Kovacic and Gundogan. Might do a Liverpool stream later on. Might do, depending on if Mr. James Redmond, the celebrity, responds or not. So, everyone watching us right now or on the replay, you guys already know the drill. You ain't new here. Make sure you're slapping that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to This is Football if you're yet to do so. And, of course, I can sit here and I can give you Arsenal opinions for the next hour. I can. But what's better than me, a Liverpool fan, giving you Arsenal opinions? Arsenal fans giving you Arsenal opinions. And today's panel is very balanced. One guy wants/is okay with Havertz. The other guy told me he's lost his mind. Even the way he's responding, I'm like, are you free later on? He's like, I could be. You know, he's giving me them options, trying to act like a bad, you know, let me not even say the second word, but you guys know trying to act like what. Anyways, like the video, subscribe, and introducing the panel. This guy was there last week when we did the Declan Rice video. Instead of talking about Vinicius Jr., like he proclaimed in that video, he's here to talk about Kai Havertz. He was talking about Vinicius's and Mbappe's on the world, and now it's Kai Havertz and Jury and Timber. So joining us on the channel, of course, the man that made the absolutely crazy claim, Twitter Tactical. He will never say dribbling. He'll never say passing. He'll never say any of this. He's going to say ball retention, ball progression, ball progressive actions. He's going to be all the statistics. Of course, none other than the man himself. Man like Karan has joined us.
I will own all of that, but Tactico.
You are a
Tactico. No, hell no. What do I say? I don't do ball retention. I post more jokes than threads these days. I'm good on the... I'm good on the tactical lenses, all right?
Are you saying you've retired from the tactical life?
No. I still write. I still do things. I still have the podcast. I still do them. But tactical, I'm not no new thing, okay? I'm not here doing 50 tweet threads about nothing for no reason. I'm not EBL. I'm not these guys, okay? I'm just a dude, okay? I just like football. So, but I will address said claim. Proclaimed that it was going to happen. Where's Mbappe come from, by the way? What was Mbappe about? I said Vinny could be
Egal, but it's just
exactly my whole thing was, and this is still true, by the way. My whole thing is that with the amount of money we're spending, we are looking at these type of caliber of players, of the top quality wingers. So that was my point. Top quality wingers, top quality prices. That's what I was saying. And Vinny is obviously a name. Vinny is a name that if Mbappe goes to Madrid, what's going to happen with Vinny? He hasn't signed. Hasn't been signed his contract, so you never know. So I don't know. We'll see. But the other guy who you're going to have on. I've only just met him just a couple of minutes ago. He was not looking happy, so I think get him on before he starts losing even more.
Let's do this. Guys, this is Karan, of course. How you guys don't know Karan, man? But they're all giving you praise, but they're like, we just don't know his name. Is it my accent? Because I say R. I don't say like, I don't know how you even say it.
No, it's fine. Karan, however you want to say it.
Karan. I can't. Actually. It's just
no. But you sounded better than white people do anyway. So, you're good. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, man.
You know how many people call me Hussein still?
No. I'll tell you one thing, right? When you teachers, university interviews, whatever. Where are you from? I was born in London. Where are you really from? Like, what do you mean, where am I really from? I was born in London. I'm Indian. My parents are Indian. And then when you say I'm from London, or where are your parents from? It's just like, come on, man.
It's crazy. It's insane. I hear you. I hear you. And speaking of crazy and insane, there is no Alan today to rattle him. You know, the only guy in the history of this channel that can rattle Kunle is Alan. I promise you, Alan and Hamza. I told the lie. Hamza as well rattles him. Those two get under his nerves. And you know, because Karan is a celebrity, I told him, listen, would you prefer having a panel with other fans on, or let's actually have
leave the DMs? Leave the DMs. What did I say to you?
I said, let's actually have an Arsenal. Karan, can I just lie in my intro in peace? Can I just lie in peace? So I told him, look, we can do the Arsenal. Just get another Arsenal fan and let's have a discussion. Because, you know, we can sit here. I can bring a Chelsea fan on and we can do Havertz. All that's going to do is get under Kunle's nerves. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about the crazy transfer. That's, as you guys can see in the thumbnail. Joining us on the channel, of course, Arsenal represent on this channel every single time. All the trigger guys for him is not on the stream today, so he can be calm and relaxed. Of course, none other than the guy who rocks probably the best kits. I'm disappointed he didn't wear the yellow one today. Man like Kunle has joined us. How are you doing, brother?
Oh yeah, now my people. It's your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, tonight you go understand. And other than football, like I said, Hussam, I'm good. Oh, Hussein, sorry. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
No, you gotta go there.
Bro, you gave me the layoff. I had to throw it in there. Come on. Big up. Now, how you doing, man? Smash the like button, everybody. We have a lot to discuss tonight.
Exactly. And exactly what Kunle just said. Guys, there's 161 people here. I don't want to stop, you know, tactical Karan and angry Kunle from speaking just to go like the video. It's free. Stop being bozos. Slap the like button. 170 people here. We ain't even on 50 likes yet. Yalla, slap the like button now. Subscribe. Big up to Ashraf, my brother, actually an Arsenal fan who came on the call-in show for the super chat. He says, I don't mind Havertz. What will be pissing me off is if we lose Partey and Xhaka and only replace them with Rice and Lavia, mediocre business. And Karan, let's just get into it. You know, Ashraf here is talking about he doesn't mind Havertz. I think you and him probably have the same, you know, maybe thought process regarding that. You're not the biggest fan, but you don't mind it. So talk to me, my brother. What are your thoughts on the transfer?
And discuss this super chat as well, by the way.
I will, of course.
Please,
look,
please
I'm
do.
not here to
we're gonna get into that.
We're not ducking people here. Look, it's not what we're doing. But yeah, it's not my first choice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't say. And look,
nobody's first choice.
If we're talking about it, just talk about the prices. Forget anything else. Just the prices, right? You could get a Caicedo and maybe a Gundogan or something like this for cheaper than Havertz and Lavia. Like that's the kind of thing you're thinking of, and you get better with Caicedo and Gundogan, and you're spending less money. So for me, unless you know Gundogan's legit said, "Look, I'm off to Barca, dudes. I don't really see the logic in this." We had an opportunity to go for Caicedo. I don't get it, really. But there's a massive but here. If you're telling me that it's Havertz with Timber, there is a system I can understand and how we can do this and create a situation where you get the best out of both of them. So it's interesting because it looks like we have a situation where we're increasing the squad depth and creating more, you know, ways to play with the same players. Because if you're going with a Havertz and a Timber and maybe even a Lavia, or if we sign if we sell both.
Hey,
Havertz,
Karen, all this dancing that you're doing tonight, let's go into Havertz. Stop.
Okay.
Sidetrack. I don't need the side Timber talk.
You have to lay out the context. You have to get into context, right? Because what we have is a squad that we didn't use well enough last season. Even Mikel said that last season.
Fair.
So I'm not trying to just dance. I'm saying we have to apply context to what is bad and what is good about this transfer. What's bad is the way we've allocated funds, and I think we've allocated funds poorly. The good is that we've decided to go in a direction, and we can see the direction with multiple signings, and that's the main point. With Timber himself is a wide centre back. He's not really a right back. He's not really a right centre back. He's best in the three, and he always has been for Ajax. He's been best. He's very good at going into midfield. He's good runner to midfield. He's very good in first phase build up. He's good at tackles and interceptions higher up the pitch. He's very aggressive. and he can play that sort of that John Stones right centre back, central midfield role quite well. So with that, then you're having a case where you can have 3 centre backs, 4 midfielders, and have Havertz at the top of that midfield as like the top tip of the diamond, if you want. You say at the top, where you have, for example, a Michael Laudrup for Barcelona, or you can have a Thomas Muller when he was playing false 9 for Bayern Munich. These kinds of guys where you're looking to exploit the space in the channels by really having your 9.5, 10, whatever you want to call it, really play off the wingers. The wingers are the ones going inside the channels, and having Havertz be sort of that free man in midfield and doing what he does best in attacking the box, making runs into the box. We have the most.
But that's not what's reported, Karen, though.
No,
Some
I
of
know,
people are
no,
reporting he's there to replace Xhaka.
I know, but the thing is, if we
that's wild. You know that's wild.
I know that's wild, but the thing is, if we to replace Xhaka, why are we going for Rice and Lavia? It doesn't make any sense. Why are you going for Xhaka? Why are you letting Xhaka go and bringing Rice in then? And why are you letting Partey go and bringing Lavia in then? It doesn't make any sense. So for me, it's a case of you can use him in the Xhaka role. You can use him with Rice, because Rice gives you the second balls. Gives you
no way you actually believe that. You really do.
No. If you combine Rice with Havertz higher up the field, then you have a case where you have both going. You have the defensive capabilities of Xhaka with Rice and his ability to cover space, win second balls, etc. And then you have a more mobile second, like second striker sort of attacking the box Xhaka that we had this season in Havertz. You can kind of combine the two together.
He can do that side, but I don't think he can do the other side.
No, he can't. But Rice can. Rice can, though.
No, but you need both, because Xhaka helped out defensively as well.
Xhaka helped out defensively, but the thing is, if you look at their defensive record, if you look at just this record this season, right? Tackles and interceptions, very simple term. I'm not going XG per 90, tackles and interceptions, right? This season, Xhaka 1.3, Havertz 1.2. Like, it's not like we're going crazy numbers from one to the other. And he's much better out of possession.
Sam, is this a setup? Is this a setup?
No, it's not a setup. Okay, before you go, quickly, can I just tell you the genuine difference, Karen? No banter. No banter. All jokes aside, the difference is it's much easier to be getting 1.2 tackles as a striker, because you're pressing the center backs. You know, you might catch a guy out every now and then. But in midfield, it's different, though. You know,
but the thing is, with the difference is that when you're looking at Havertz has never been that box striker, even at Chelsea. He's never been that box presser from Chelsea. He's not Jesus, is he? He's not going to be pressing from the top.
No, he's not.
He drops and presses. He's a second presser. He's more similar to an Odegaard in the press than he is to a Jesus. So if you're looking at in terms of translation of role, he's more of a second striker. He's going to be, he's not going to, let's be clear, he's not going to be as good as other people we could buy. And that's why I'm not happy with this.
So wait, is he coming in? Karen, is he coming in as backup for Odegaard to fill in Xhaka's place, backup for Jesus? Like, what was he coming to do?
He's coming to be backup to Jesus, kind of. Like, it's a different way to use. Like, it's not this, because the thing is, if we're using Havertz, we're not. No, it's not. Because the thing is, you can play different systems. For example, what City did last season, they played with a 4 at the back. They played that 3-4-2-1 that everyone seemed to love. They have different systems. You have different personnel, and that's why I was talking about using the squad. If you're using the squad more, you can change personnel in terms of going into different games. Not to come on.
This guy's
come on. Someone's in their bowley arc here. What's going on with this 3-2-3-3?
Nah, but what I will respect Karen for is he's not done the typical Arsenal fan thing, and I'm glad that you got him.
That you're about to do.
No, in terms of like justifying the transfer and the way they justified it, he used actual. You use a bit some base, more of a basis than I've been hearing. I've been hearing this is what I've been hearing, and this is what I expected to hear. So you've kind of thrown me off a little bit. That's why I was like, "Who's Sam? What's going on?" But in terms of, I was expecting to hear, he's proven it with his transfer signings before, so you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He got us to second position. Why are you going to stop trusting him now? I thought it was going to be, look what he's been able to do with Xhaka. We didn't think he was a player before Arteta came, and now look at Xhaka. He's one of the best. I thought you were going to come like that because I wasn't hearing any of that.
Narratives. Those are narratives. That isn't based in football. These are narratives. Media loves narratives. Look,
I like this guy.
Everyone's going to go, he scored the UCL winning goal. He's going to be crazy in the UCL. What does that mean? What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
Origi scored in the Champions League final. Like,
he's a Liverpool legend.
He's better than Robbie Fowler for you. What are we doing?
Nah, he is.
He's a cult hero. No, you
exactly.
don't.
Let's.
He's an Arsenal legend because he scored a goal against Tottenham. That's why he's an Arsenal legend.
Let's be honest here, right? That if you're looking at how it works, that's how it works. I don't like it like that because I think we have established a system out of possession. Our press is what made us title challengers last season. And the fact that we're changing it for a signing that isn't exactly a game changer and you don't even know his best position. This is just a theory. Like we can get a preseason and he's done something completely different. We don't know. But it's been reported.
Would you agree that this is a high risk signing?
Of course. This is the
because
most
here they're saying high risk Havertz is make or break. He's saying that this signing is make or break for Arteta already. Because you know what it is, Karen? I know how your fan base move. They will use it as a stick to beat Arteta with. You know this. If it doesn't work.
Look, no one hates Arsenal fans more than Arsenal fans. Okay, let's be real. No one hates Arsenal fans more than us. Okay, we hate ourselves more than anyone else. We've got Lee Gunner versus bloody Igal. Like we have the extremes everywhere. Everyone's
You're right.
So
big up Lee Gunner, big up Igal.
The main thing is how does it work on the pitch? Will it work on the pitch? And how many goals can we expect? Xhaka, and we're talking Granit Xhaka, who is predominantly a playmaker. Like but I understand the defensive responsibilities, but they've kind of been over exaggerated this season because he's been so high up.
Have they though?
This season, yes. This season, yes. For this season, he's been more of in the final third. It's been more Zinchenko.
No, but he's been able to win the ball in that final third as well, though, by being higher up.
He has. But my point is
Havertz going to do the same?
He's going to try at least, and I don't think he will. That's the point.
Man, everyone loves the tryer. Everyone loves the tryer.
Exactly. I don't think he will. This is the thing. And I really think, look, I can understand being upset. I was upset when I heard it. I was like, bro, I've called this guy pervert.
And the amount of money, that's
like, what are we doing here?
I'll be honest with
you. And this is what I started with, the money. Like, why are we doing this when we could have gone for Caicedo while Chelsea were in this mess?
No, but this is what gets to me. I'm thinking we've got 65 million to spend, right? I think he's picked Havertz so he doesn't have to worry about a striker / winger to come in. So I think that's our attacking signing done for the season. That's what makes me nervous. That's what makes me nervous then. And like I would rather put 65 million on Diaby than Havertz.
I would not.
I'd rather put 65 million on Diaby than Havertz because we need backup for Saka.
I understand. How many backups do we need for Saka? Of course, it's
do we have any? Do we have any?
Jesus, Nelson,
no,
Trossard.
No.
We've got at least.
Okay, look, you just named players, but all of those players are better used on the left side, bro.
No, but the thing is, not everyone.
And Reece Nelson doesn't exist. I know he was the most clutch player in the Premier League last season and all that, but he's not that guy.
On the left, man. Like every game. This is the thing. This is what I'm saying. Arteta has to improve. He has to use all the players he has because all those players I named can play on the right and can do it quite effectively as well. So.
You saw Trossard on the right.
Jesus did play on the right for City, to be fair.
Yes.
He did, and the thing
is,
so what we're going to do, we're going to play Jesus right, then Havertz through the middle.
Jesus right, Havertz through the middle, or Jesus right,
this is horrid.
Or Jesus.
I kind of like Karen. You know, Karen. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're a very logical guy, but still don't make sense to me.
He's dancing too much, and he's dancing a lot.
What have I?
I think he's clarified it from Arteta's perspective, which I understand. Yeah. But I'm just going through my head. Listen, okay, let's be level-headed about this. Let's just be real. Right?
Just ask me some questions, and I'll answer them. Let's.
I'm gonna be level-headed.
Can I? Okay, go on.
Actually, Kunle, tell me your opinion first, because we actually haven't let you have the floor fully.
I look. I'm an Arteta in. People know this. I'm a level-headed Arteta in, though. And just like I said on the terrace earlier, look, Arteta fans, you don't, just because you're Arteta in, he is allowed to make mistakes, and you are allowed to criticize him for these mistakes. It's like a marriage. I mean, a marriage, the only way it's smooth is if there's a few disagreements. If you're a yes guy all the time, it doesn't work out. And that's what's going on. And some Arsenal fans are going to attack me because he's taken us this far. Why are you doubting him now? Look, I don't know if there's an accumulation of words that can make me understand this signing. I don't know if there is. I've not heard them yet, if there are there. But it's to the point where I have to see what my manager's seeing, because I don't see how he fits in the Xhaka role. I don't see him playing on the right. I don't see him playing false nine. Like some people could say, Chelsea kill attackers. Sorry, let me vent a little bit, bro. Let me vent a little bit. Let him go. Sorry. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, go on. No, like they say, like they're gonna say Chelsea kill attackers. Chelsea have been killing attackers. Yeah, I do understand that. But how many people have left Chelsea and ended up doing well in the last 3 years too? If we're gonna do that thing, do you get what I'm saying? So
I was just gonna say, you guys invent for 5 minutes. I'll draw it up and I'll send it to Sam, and we can have a proper discussion.
Okay, no problem.
That.
Draw it up.
We can do that. Problem. Go for it. Go have a vent, and I'll explain. I'm listening. Don't worry. I'm still
like. Havertz has shown me the type of player he is. So there's nothing I've seen in Havertz to make me confident that he's going to make us better in the number 9 position, make us better in the Xhaka role, or make us better in terms of Odegaard. I currently look at him on the same wave as Fabio Vieira. I'd rather have given him more games and given that 65 million for someone else.
You went there.
I'd rather have done that. I'll be honest with you. And I look.
Call Havertz teabag. Is that?
Bro, yes, that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Because I took it there. I took it there. Look, and you could, and Chelsea fans could argue to me that Havertz is slightly better than Teabag, and potentially he is. But I would have rather spent 65 million elsewhere and given Teabag more of a chance than spend it on Kai Havertz. Unless my football club are telling me we're spending 300 million this summer, which I don't believe we are. That's the only thing that can make me smile at the end of this Havertz thing, is if they say we got 300 M to spend plus, then okay. That 65 million doesn't hurt as much. But can you see that at Arsenal? Can you? Really?
Probably not.
This is the problem, though.
Karen, let me listen. Yeah. I want you to draw it up. So let me just read these super chats. I'm gonna give my honest opinion, okay. and then I want to get to the point that Karen's making, because I genuinely have a genuine footballing kind of rebuttal to this whole thing. I'm more worried why Chelsea want Tred, and at 65 million, is this too big of a risk? I think so. Arsenal can't afford to buy. Maybe is the drop off looms. I mean, it's a possibility. It's not impossible. Nothing is impossible in football. Make no mistake. Just this time last year, I was chasing a quadruple. Look at me now. Whoa. So mistakes happen. Now, would I say they're going to drop off that badly? I wouldn't consider they would drop off that badly. But I don't think Chelsea are worried at all. Chelsea just did the 2 best pieces of business ever. They're about to get rid of Havertz and Mount for like 100 million combined. Ain't no nothing to be worried about from Chelsea's side, bro. They're doing celebration streams. I'm gonna be honest.
In the same week, they got Nkuku. Do you get me?
Exactly.
They're chilling.
Exactly. So Havertz is gonna pay for Caicedo. Mount's gonna pay for Nkunku. Carry on with your life, no problem. That's the thing. So, yeah, big up to you, Terry Tibbs, my brother. Matthias, of course, takes it personal as per usual. Hussam, come off your high horse, man. You have a manager who thought arthritis was a good signing. Matthias. Karan is trying to explain it from Arteta's perspective. He don't even really like the signing that much. Kunle don't like the signing. They're both Arsenal fans. I did a show with Troops earlier on. He don't like the signing. Like, do we have to... Am I supposed to sit up here and just agree with everything Arsenal Football Club does so I'm not dubbed as a hater? I have a genuine opinion. And I don't think Havertz works. Just like I don't think Mount worked at my club, Matthews. So you don't have to cry all the time, my lovely brother. Sometimes it's okay. Smile. Listen to what I'm saying instead of attacking the club I support. Here to there says Xhaka equal box to box Havertz plus Zinchenko equals soft, no balance. That's my rebuttal. I'm going to get to it here to there. You're smart. I'm going to get to it. Big up to you, my brother. Thank you so much. He's versatile but not good at anything. These 2 super chats right here are literally what I'm about to say now. These two right here.
Please
are
ask
exactly what he
Curran the second question. What is
Yes.
his? I want him to
I can
answer.
answer.
Trust me, I'm gonna go there. And finally,
Okay,
Ashraf
good,
says
good.
if he's gonna play as CM, I'd rather get Mount. First of all, Ashraf, you took it too far. I'm gonna be honest with you. You took it too far. I listen, Mount. Listen, Ashraf, don't make me start
Bro,
the
is it
Mount
that
thing.
bad with you and Mount? Is it that bad?
Mount is absolutely dreadful at football as a sport, and so is
Bro,
Havertz. I
he'd
think
be a
they're
great
both-
Klopp signing, bro.
No, he wouldn't. Listen, just because the midfielder runs, let's go sign James Ward-Prowse then. Come on, Kulle, behave.
Bro, Henderson, bro. He won you the Champions
Yeah, I'm
League and
trying
the
to
Premier
upgrade.
League,
I'm trying
doing
to
the
upgrade
exact
on the
same
pricing.
thing. Mount
trying
is
to
a
upgrade on
Henderson
the-
upgrade. He can pass too.
Kulle,
He's got a little turn on him as well.
So you're here
Okay,
to talk about
I'm
Henderson.
trying to relieve some of my stress and put it on you, Sam. Why? Why are you trying?
There's no need to stress. There's
Anyway,
really no need to
Let
stress.
me just give my quick 2 cents. Big up to
Alright, go for
Ashraf,
it.
big up to Terry here to there, and Matthias for the super chats. Even though Matthias is crying as he sent in the super chat, we still love you. Make sure you're all slapping the like button. Make sure you're all subscribing. 300 people are here. Minimum 150 likes. Slap the like button now. Subscribe to this football. Plenty of transfer news shows coming your way, inshallah. And then Ashraf doubles down. He says, Wallah, Mount is better than Kai as CM. Here's my rebuttal, right? Okay, Mount, fair enough. He's a better CM than Kai Havertz. Fair. You know what? I'm not going to fight you. But the position that you want to play him in, Mason Mount, he's not a 6. He can't play in a double pivot. He can play on the left to help out defensively with Zinchenko or form an extra guy, Mason Mount, in that position. Now, here's my thing. No exaggeration. And I'm going to keep this on the screen because I think it's the same for Mount and Havertz. Both of them are aesthetically pleasing to watch without having anything they excel at as an ability. Let's just use a quick example from my club so Matthias doesn't cry. Mo Salah doesn't look good on the eye. Everyone knows this. Mo Salah is not aesthetically pleasing to watch, but he has the ability to dribble, and he dribbles. He has the ability to pass, and he passes. It don't look nice, but it still gets the job done. So certain people confuse it with Salah not having ability. The reverse happens as well. Give you an example. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is so aesthetically pleasing to watch. He looks unbelievable when he has the football. Like, oh, this guy's a baller still. That's what they say, you know? That's what they usually say about Kai Havertz. But when you look at his passing, you look at his decision making in the final third, you look at his shots, you look at his finishing specifically, and it's just not there. Now, I don't know how you can trust someone who's essentially not worked as a false 9 in his role, now is supposed to move as an LCM where he has 100 times more defensive responsibilities and succeed. That's what I'm saying. And people can come and say, okay, we trust Arteta and he finished second and all that, which is fair. Exactly what Matthew is saying here. I can't wait for the day till you tacticos backtrack on your Kai opinions. I'm not tactical. Also, you can't say Arteta's perspective because you're not Arteta.
I'm not a tactical either. I'm just
fair. No one hears the tactical. What I said about Karen was a joke. Matthias, here's my thing. Your rebuttal can't be Arteta knows what he's doing and just carry on with the conversation.
Thank you.
Pep Guardiola signed Claudio Bravo. Pep Guardiola signed Danilo. Pep Guardiola, if I name you right now the wrong signings Pep made, let me name you the wrong signings Klopp made. Let me name you the wrong signings Conte made. Every manager on earth makes mistakes. It's okay. You don't have to, as an Arsenal fan. No one has a knife on your throat and says, you have to trust Arteta and you can't have an opinion. And if you disagree with Kai Havertz, you're all fake fans. That's not how life works.
Basically, that means you're Arteta out if you disagree with him, bro.
You can have an opinion, Matthias. And listen, if the guys who are like anti-Havertz eat their words, that means Havertz did well for their club. So it's not, and it means that the likes of Kunle and Curran can come to me next season and go like, haha, Havertz is dunking on this guy and dunking on that guy. Remember the stream where we did this and did that? So
yeah, I'm not Lee Gunner. Me, I'd admit to my faults if I get it wrong. I'll do that.
Oh, here we go. Shout slander.
Big up Liga, big up leader, big up.
Yeah,
leader.
big up Lee, big up Lee, big up Lee, big up Igal. We love them both. You know, if they want to fight on my channel, they're welcome. More views for me. So Kunle, I don't know if Karen's done drawing it up.
I've done one. I'm doing the same. I'm doing in and out of possession.
Okay, no problem. Go. So Kunle, from a defensive perspective, what's your thoughts on the whole Havertz playing a Xhaka role?
Hey, I'm saying teams in the Premier League are doing like this, coming up against Havertz as a central midfielder, but they're laughing, bro. They're gonna like they were bullying us enough towards the back end of this season. What are they gonna do with Havertz there? At least Xhaka was a fake hard man. Havertz, I don't even know what to call my guy, bro. Like, comes injury prone Havertz. Honestly, I've like there's been anything in his game to make me call a role personally. Although we wanted a little bit more from Xhaka getting for that, and maybe Havertz had little the rest of it such a lower level since he's been in, which is what. So I don't see it working, but yeah, I will shamelessly at the start of next do have to eat my word to the day I die, bro. But this sounds bonkers. This might be the sort.
Check your DMs or something.
Am I lagging or is Kunle
No,
lagging?
it's Kunle lagging. It's Kunle lagging.
Kunle, you're lagging, Habibi. You're
I
lagging.
know what you
can hear.
think that, Karen.
I didn't hear literally the last 2 sentences of that, but
I think Kunle is lagging out, my bro. If you'd like to leave and rejoin. Okay, so you want me to share screen this, right?
No. Just put this in your brand and then just
come back.
Just put it on top. You
come out.
Yeah, okay. Let me do it for you now. 1 second. Oh, you sent it as a photo. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it because I see. And like Karen BOP has sent me 2 photos.
I've just sent you in and out of possession photos. So one is the
okay,
the one with the square is in possession, one without is out of possession.
The one with square is in possession. Which one you want first?
Either. I can explain either way, but do the in possession first because it's interesting because there's a lot of different things we can talk about.
In possession, as you said, is the one with the square, right?
The one with the white square, right?
Okay, here I got you. Kunle's back as well, back in the perfect time. Hello, Kunle. I like how this guy just turned 180 degrees. The next super chat. To begin with, Kai is a German donkey. I'm gonna wait to see him have a chance with Arteta before I give judgment. So you were attacking me, telling me club side Arthur Melo, and then you tell me he's a donkey. Matthias, what is this, bro?
No. I'll tell you one thing though. Arthur Melo was at Colney before he was at Anfield. Like we were very close to signing him as well. So we can't.
God saved us there, bro. God saved us.
We can't really chat about
okay.
Anytime an Arsenal fan comes up to you with that, just reply with that. So
this
what we have here,
don't give Liverpool fan rebuttals, bro. Don't do that.
No.
Why you
again? We just established this. Screw Arsenal fans. Hate.
Fair.
Like what are we doing here? Okay.
So Karen, I'm a full screen for just 2 seconds so people see, and then you can have the mic. So this is in possession Arsenal.
Yeah, in possession Arsenal. So if you look here, and you can quite clearly see it, that this is a 3-4-3 with the centre forward coming back to create in the middle of the pitch. You have 5 players versus the 4 of the midfield in the out of possession team, and that's the issue here that Pep caused a lot of teams last season. He had KDB that would kind of come inside and be that sort of 5th man in midfield and then obviously Haaland could come drop in or push out as well. What we're going to try and do is we're going to produce basically a rondo in the middle of the pitch. So, and this is what most teams do. It's not just me just describing.
Karen's my new favorite guy.
So let's just think about it. When you have a system where you're looking at how you're going to get players out. What Havertz does very well, and this is the thing, people ask what he does well. What he does very well is he's very good at finding through balls in between the lines. He's very good at receiving and playing through the lines. He's not very good. He's not a good ball striker. He's not a good finisher. But what he is good is he's good in transition, and he's good when he's doing here is he's doing both of those things. So say Saliba has the ball here. He can play the ball through the lines to Rice or to Odegaard, to Havertz. And what Havertz can also do is Havertz can provide, he can move around. He can actually go into either left or the right space and provide an option to basically release players. So Rice could drop a bit further back and you can have him, because what's Rice very good at? Carrying the ball. when you have carriers.
Well, you're saying all these
and you're
things
having
that
these things-
Havertz can do, but can he do any of these things well? Is the question.
Yes. These I'm pointing out
Because
things
this
he
is
can
the
do
thing.
well.
This is what Terry was saying early on. Like,
I
he's
understand,
versatile, but is he
but the
good
thing is-
specifically at something?
The reason why people say he's not good at anything is because he's not good as a finisher. He does have things that he's good at.
No, because
Yes,
like-
seriously.
okay,
And the
what
thing
would you
is,
say his key attribute is that he has then?
I just told you in terms of finding the ball, plugging it through the lines, getting it through,
Finding the ball,
passage of
plugging
play.
through the lines.
So basically, just on the half turn, making sure turn and getting the ball up the pitch. That's what he's very good at, especially in the final third. If you watch his performances for Germany or watch his performance, go back and watch the Carabao Cup performance against Liverpool. Hossam can tell you he was actually very good in that game. He's very good on the big stages. He's very good at doing specific actions. And this is what the problem is.
He's good in a final. Everyone will say this.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
That's his bread and butter.
What he's had to do is he's been given too much freedom. He could do whatever the hell he wants. He's not disciplined, and he hasn't had a specific role for him to play in. He's always been sort of just like everywhere, and that's why people think he does everything, nothing well, because he's not had to do anything specifically in his entire time at Chelsea. And that's why no one could profile him. Is he a 9? Is he a 10? Is he a 9.5? Is he a Ram Deuter?
So wait, is it him just freestyling, or the manager giving him these instructions, or what's going on?
His instructions are to create overloads in the second phase of the pitch. The middle of the pitch, he is there to create a 5 versus a 4. That's his role. And then to provide, to either lay off to our 8s or to turn and get it into our wingers. So you can see Martinelli here or Saka here. You can get them isolate one.
This is the $1 million question. I can't lie to you. Defensively, that left hand side's gonna die.
You know
this.
Finished with Zinchenko.
That left hand side defense.
What? And if you go to,
it's gonna get.
Let me ask you the question fully.
We're gonna get raped every week on that left side.
I listen. What you're doing, what you just did on this chart is very accurate. This right here is accurate. You see this? I think this is exactly what it's going to be like as well, right? My issue is, you look at that left-hand side defensively, that left-hand side is going to struggle, Karen. That's the problem.
It will. And this is what I'm saying. Hossam, where did I start from? The first thing I said, what was the first thing I said? You go back to and say
defensively left-hand side.
Defensively left-hand side is going to be an issue. And this is why.
So what's the solution then? Basically,
exactly. So
the solution is this is not going to be a week in, week out thing. This can't be. If it is every week, this is the lineup, we are going to get mentally done. Every single week. You can't defend like this. It's not
okay.
possible.
So who do we play on the other weeks?
So we could either have basically Timber instead of White, and Timber can move into the center midfield and actually provide that sort of.
Oh wait, so wait, you're making your changes to suit Havertz then. That's what you're saying. So Havertz stays in, but we move around
This is a Havertz video. I'm asking you.
I hear it, but
you're asking me how to get the best out of Havertz. Are we talking about starting 11s or how to get the best out of Havertz? I thought it was a Havertz video.
No, but the way you're talking about Havertz is that you want him to be used more than he's not used.
No, hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. Okay, I'll say this.
But okay, so what's the solution when Havertz isn't playing? If we sign in Havertz, what's our midfield?
We play the same midfield we've always played. Rice, Ødegaard. We're not always played. We're going to sign Rice, Ødegaard, and whoever our second DM is. Maybe
see, this is what I'm saying. We still don't even know. That's why. That's what I'm saying. Right now, that's why I am panicking. Wahala day for us right now.
How many days has this transfer window been open? Tell me.
Brother, I don't play those games, bro. 1 week,
right? Or 2 weeks?
1 week, right?
Yeah.
We have done so much business in this week. It's ridiculous.
What business have we done?
We've secured before. Okay, we've secured.
Yeah, you keep stammering, bro, because you didn't know what to say there. We haven't done anything yet. We've just announced that
all 3 contracts. The most 3 key signings we've made this summer could be.
Please don't talk about players that we already have. Please tell me you're not doing that.
So are you telling me?
No, okay. So wait, the transfer window opened, and you're talking to me about players that we already have, bro.
So Saka is
that's not a successful transfer window, bro.
Saka is important.
Of course, bro. I'm not saying they're not important, but your words were the transfer window opened, and we've done great work. We've not done any work, bro. That's stuff we've been doing in the background since we've been doing this stuff since January, bro.
isn't important, tell me. If Saliba is important, we
Bro,
can move.
see, you're misunderstanding my point.
No,
You said I'm okay. I'm going from what you said. You said the transfer window has been open 1 week, and we've done lots of work. No, we've done all that work of those signings from since January, February time. The work starts when we start bringing in players, my guy.
How do you think signings work? Tell me, how do you think signings work? How do transfer signings work? How do we sign players?
I don't understand. You approach the club, you approach the players, and you make the signing. I don't understand. Like, what are we doing here, bro?
Answer the question.
You contact the player's agent. I don't know. You contact the player's agent, you agree terms, and then you find a fee.
Do you start transfer signings the day the window's open? Do you do that?
Some people do.
No.
Some people do.
You have contacts from months and months and months. What are you talking about?
No, but this is what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm saying. You see, you're just. This is what I'm saying. I appreciate your question, but it has nothing to do with what I'm saying. You're asking me, which is great. You said the transfer window has opened. Yes. We've done loads of work.
We have done loads of work.
And I'm saying we haven't because we've not signed any players yet.
How many signings have happened?
Like, bro, why are you asking me questions, bro? You're how many signings? I don't know. 100 signings have been made across the world. I don't know.
McAllister, Dahoud, like, who are the big ones? Like, tell me.
Okay, no, but we're saying two different things here, bro.
No. You're telling me that I'm worried and I'm panicking, and we're in 1 week in the window. And we're
versus you saying we've done loads of work and we brought nobody in. We've brought nobody in, bro. We ain't done nothing until someone comes in, bro.
Bringing in is one aspect of the transfer window.
The most important part, which we fumble a lot of the time. So if I have any, if there's any team that fumble the bag when it comes to transfer signings, it's Arsenal. So until I see a signing confirmed with the yellow writing on Sky Sports News, no work has been done, bro.
Is Havertz not done yet? We do not get the here we go.
Here we go means it's done. So I'm supposed to be happy with Havertz being okay. So if Havertz is the only business we've got, no. Okay, so Havertz. Okay, yeah. So that's fine. Havertz is the only business we've done. I'm even more scared.
No, it isn't.
That's the only signing we've made, bro.
Signings are one aspect of the transfer.
Okay, and that's all I care about when it comes to the transfer window.
Right? If you don't know that when you don't secure contracts, you lose players.
Bro, we're not here to talk about players' contracts. This is about signings. Players sign new signings. It's called transfer news, not contract renewals, bro.
Okay.
Transfer news, right? So let's talk about players that have come in on transfers, not people that have signed contracts that already played for the club, bro.
Who are the three most important?
Bro, I didn't.
On the pitch last season. Saka, Saliba, and Martinelli. We've done all three. Saliba what?
And your internet's gone again, Kunle.
No, but I don't understand what we're doing here because the most important.
It's got nothing to do with what I'm saying.
No, but you're not.
How many players have we signed, bro?
We've signed one player.
This internet's not doing me any favors right now.
We've signed one player.
Leave and rejoin again.
We've signed, but the thing is,
am I lagging? Am I still lagging? Yeah.
No. Now you're good. Now you're perfect.
Okay. Just give me 30 seconds, and I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm not going to do anything. Okay. The reason why I think the contracts are such important business, and why I think that has to be, you have to talk about that when you talk about it, is because we have the youngest squad. We have a very young squad, and these contracts are running out 1 year. Maybe 2 years with 1+1s. These are the most important business we could do this summer is signing our 3 best players to 3 important contracts in Saka and Saliba and Ødegaard, Ramsdale, all these guys. These are very, very important. The whole point of this season, everyone said to us, oh, Saka will just leave to City. You'll be done next season. He's not leaving to City. Saliba will go to PSG. He's not leaving to PSG. These are very, very important contracts.
Martinelli, Liverpool.
Liverpool. These are very, very important.
I love you, Gabriel, my star boy.
The thing is, Gabriel, Saliba, we've established our spine if we can get Rice in. And this is the thing. I understand you saying, look, if we don't get Rice in, we don't get anything. I would be terrified as well. I completely understand that. But to panic from here, I don't get when we've done the most important business in signing the players that we've lost every year. I've been the same as you. We've lost RVP, we've lost Fabregas, we've lost these guys. That's so important, and that's got to be a factor in when you're taking into account the business that we've done. Because without that, we're looking at going back to the top 4, going back to 5th or 6th even, because we need these important players. Camera's on. We need these important players. Otherwise, you can't really say that you're progressing in a way that's going to keep you going for the next title challenge or whatever you want to talk about. That's so important.
Now, Karen, I agree with you, and I think we maybe misunderstood each other, what I was trying to say in it, because I agree. Those signings of the Salibas, the Ramsdales, they're essential. They're essential. So in my head, though, personally, I was in my head. Personally, I wasn't worried about them getting signed. Like the only one I had a bit was Saliba because it took longer than I expected. But I was pretty confident that all those 3 were going to sign their contract. So my next step now, looking into this summer, was okay. Them lot are done. How are we going to now at least challenge again this year, or maybe go one step further? And the reason why I'm nervous is because I now believe that we spent all our attacking money on Kai Havertz.
And
not that we've only signed one player. It's like the one attacking player we've decided to sign is Kai Havertz. So that means there's no other attacking player that we're going to sign. I've just got to be all right with the attack from last season is going to be okay with a sprinkle of Kai Havertz on top of it. I've just got to believe that. And I'm struggling having faith in that at this stage with what we've done. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it could all change by the end of the window, though.
I actually agree with Kunle. I'm gonna tell you why, Karen. Because the Liverpool fans kind of did this as well, like to us one summer. I don't know if you remember, there were 2 summers ago where Liverpool just went on a contract extension, just rampage, just extended every bloody guy, bro. And we ended up signing, like, I think it was just Konate at the time, if I'm not mistaken, and like 2 youngsters. So like, here's my thing. Just like I told the Liverpool fans back then, the contract extensions, I don't think they're part of the transfer windows, because you could do that January to December, anytime you want. You could extend Saka's contract anytime you want. Now, I agree with you. Arsenal keeping their best players is definitely like, that's something that you have to shake Edu's hand, shake Arteta's hand, go like, done.
For sure.
I completely agree with that. But does that count as transfer window success? I would say not, honestly.
Do you know why I count it? Do you want me just to explain why I count that as transfer window success?
Go on.
I'll be very simple. For me, transfer window success means that we're not going on for 3 months or 5 months or however long worrying about these contracts. Because the thing is, there's going to be a summer, and the thing is, football is so like this. One day could change everything. Saka could, if we left his contract on the window, Man City calling, one day you can change these things. And this is why I talk about, because if you have these contracts in place, you can then say to players coming in or whoever you want to talk to, we have Saka, we have Saliba, Martinelli, these guys are here. And that's why it's so important to have this, because you have the stability going into the window. That's so important to know where your squad is going. That's a fair argument. Go where your squad is going, because the squad building is so important in terms of these are the couple of years, because we've only sent these guys 4 years. The next 2 years are going to be where we have to win and prove to these guys to sign the next long-term contract. And
but Karen, to go on the back of what Hussam was saying, would you, let's say we ended up signing those 3 contracts in February, would they still count to this transfer window for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's how I look at things, because you have to look at them in terms of when they will be sold, if they were to be sold, because you have to look at it that way. Because, well, for me anyway, because if you don't look at it that way, then you're thinking, okay, the window never stops, the window never ends, because then when the window comes and these kind of things go on and you sell these players, then that's what's happening. And this is why I was so animated, let's put it that way, about the we've only signed 1 player thing, because we don't start signing players the minute the window opens. Like McAllister was signed before the window was open, was it not, Hussam?
Yes, sir. It was.
See, make him smile. You wanted to smile. Look at him. These are things. The signings, transfer signings start from. We've been in contact with Declan Rice in September, October. that's been well reported now. We've been on this trail for how long now? So that's why I was a bit like, it doesn't really make sense to stay within the window, because we miss out on these contracts. Saying we contracts break down. Look at Mount's contract broke down in February. Now he's being sold, and that kind of has the impact on the entire club because of the valuations of that. And that's why I have the mentality I do about it. The reason why these three are so important is because it breaks precedent. It breaks what we've done. We've not had the big players stay, and when they have stayed, they're past it. Ozils, Aubameyang, etc. Now we have players going into their prime, staying on long-term deals, and that is why it's so important. That's why I'm so happy that this is my window this summer was those three.
Arguably, none of the players are going to reach their prime before the end of their contracts.
No. I didn't say. I said they were going into their prime as we signed the contracts.
Okay.
Like we're having players on the up, not on the level of the down.
Mm-hmm,
so my window, as long as I had Rice and those three, Saka, Saliba, and what was it? Martinelli.
I wanted to be eating party rice this season, bro. I wanted to be eating all the party
good.
rice.
I'm good with Partey leaving. I can't lie to you. I'm very. I'm.
Do you know why I'm not? Do you know why I'm not? Because of the fact that we're going into the Champions League and we're just hoping the likes of Lavia and Rice can step up straight away. Whereas if we had Partey, at least there's a bit of experience that can help them along. I'm just not happy losing Xhaka and Partey in the same window.
Neither am I.
If one of them is okay, but two is just, I think it's just too much for this.
I understand. I understand it's the amount of upheaval that we're doing, but the thing is, for me, I have, like, even before this season and all the stuff that we don't even need to mention is before that I didn't like Thomas Partey. I've never liked this guy. I've always thought,
wow,
when it comes to the critical moments, he's not there. Villarreal.
Like, Karan has argued this before, from long ago. He's been talking.
I've never.
He's talking about the big moments. Essentially,
the big moments. Spurs away, Villarreal, like this season as well. His injury record, I can't hack it.
But Karan, I'd ask you then, who did show up during those big moments for us?
And this is another point, of course.
Nobody did. So
nobody did. But the point is that you're looking at the major holes in the squad during the big play. Your point was he's going to have the experience to get you through those moments, and he's shown that he doesn't have the ability to show up when you need him the most, and that's why I'm addressing it. And the thing is, if you look at the massive issues we had, even last season with the top four race, where do we struggle? Xhaka had to be a left back, or Sambi would have to come in and play a DM. That's where we had a lot of the problems because we had to completely rejig our build up and really had to really do these things. So I struggle with Thomas. I don't talk about the off the pitch stuff because it's irrelevant. We talk about football here. We're not talking about,
and we don't know any facts as well.
Yeah, and let's leave that alone. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't want.
But what I am hearing though is that he wants to leave. Like it's not like the club trying to push him out. It's like I think I'm not knowing how this is going to end up. I think the attention he's getting in London is just too much for him. And he wants to
listen. I think most Arsenal fans have probably come to the conclusion that Partey is just leaving. Like I think they just push him to the side. Like I think many people just count him as gone.
Before this summer, this was not a thing. Before this summer, people just assumed Xhaka was leaving, and that was it.
Yeah.
Now it's
different completely. I agree. Just before we show the people the in possession. Or out of possession. Sorry. Yeah, out of possession one.
Because that's the one you worry about, isn't it, Kunle?
Yes, that's the one I want to talk about more now.
I see the sweat trickle down.
Kind of see like where Timber fits in that as well. So I think that's going to be an interesting discussion. And let me just say this, Karen. You spoke about your Arsenal fan base earlier on. Let me show you a super chat that epitomizes the Liverpool fan base. Look at the 180 degrees switch like that. FSG out, disgusting, criminal, parasitic, useless, fake ownership that have been made to look good by the Miracle Worker Club. I agree. And he ends it with, reckon we win the league though. Like it's just, I love this. JK1892, I love you from the bottom of my heart. You epitomize our fan.
I love it.
Hussam, I want to ask, because the thing is,
yes.
Before we get into out of possession stuff, and I'm not going to ask you for a massive discussion, but you're a neutral in this situation.
Yes.
Do you think we're going to be in a top 4 race, a title race, a top 6 race? What are your honest thoughts?
End of the window, I'd know.
No. I'm talking just. I understand end of the window, but if it was today,
But it's all hinged.
No, we'll let you go again. End of the window, Hussam.
No,
What do you
let me
think
tell you
now?
something we're
Karen.
holding you to.
Karen, let me tell you honestly, right? I've given the same answer to the Chelsea fans, to the United fans, to my fan base, to everyone, except City. The only one I can stamp with authority are going to be in a title race next season is City.
Okay.
Everyone else, I'm just waiting for the window. By the way, I think we could be a top 4 club next season. I
think you will be a top 4. I have.
But here's the miserable part, right?
Mm.
This is not going to happen. And I agree with you, Rice is going to be an Arsenal player. But for the sake of argument, theoretically,
Here we go.
Theoretically, if Rice didn't end up at Arsenal and he joined City in some crazy world, because make no mistake, football is a crazy world. 2 summers ago, we were all stamping on Kane being a City player. It was like a well-known fact. And then he just suddenly stuffed them and he stayed at Spurs. So if you ask me now, do I think Rice is going to be an Arsenal player? I say yes. But everything happens in football. If you don't sign Rice and like you're looking at like a Lavia, Havertz, and I don't know whoever the hell, add and Moussa Diaby, for example, as your summer, then I can't lie to you, that's going to be long.
If it's not Rice, if it's not Rice, it will be Caicedo, surely.
I won't lie. If we've gone from Xhaka, Partey, we lose those 2, and we get Rice, Lavia, and Havertz. I'm telling you now,
where's Odegaard?
At best, we're challenging for top 4.
And Kunle, that's exactly why I said I need to wait till the window ends. I'm being real. I'm completely being real.
This is the thing.
I think Karan agrees with me as well because he's waiting on transfers too.
Yeah,
I'm waiting. Obviously, I'm waiting on transfers.
But do you agree we need to get someone else other than that Rice and Lavia? We need someone else, I think, in the central midfield. I don't know who the guy is, but
and if you're asking me honestly, I don't think we get Lavia, but not because we miss out on him. I think Chelsea get him.
Okay.
There's the connection with Joe Shields. There's a massive thing, and Chelsea aren't as cash heavy as they've just avoided the FFP scandal. They're not like rich out going to spend hundreds of millions. If they do, then fair play, gamble, fellas. What do you want me to say?
Okay,
but I think Lavia is a cheaper option. I think we end up with Caicedo. And that's where.
That's fair.
But that's not just because I think Chelsea no pull, etc.
Some might argue Caicedo is better for you than Rice. Some might say that. Some might.
What do you think I'm going to say, Hussam?
I think you like Rice more.
I love Declan Rice. I've loved Declan Rice.
I like Rice more too. But
like I've been
for Arsenal, Rice more, 100%.
I've been saying this for almost 2 years now about Declan Rice to Arsenal. So my whole thing is. Look, I agree with Kunle saying we need 2 central midfielders because if Xhaka and Partey leave,
I don't agree with him.
I mean, look, I don't agree that Havertz is a bad signing, but is it like the worst signing in the world? I think there's a way you can use him that gets the best out of him, but I don't like it. You know what I mean? I prefer going in a different direction. I like what we've done in our press. Like if you load that out, if you've got the out of possession one, you can load it up. Our press is going to have to change for Havertz. It's quite simple because Odegaard will have to, Odegaard will be deeper because Havertz will be higher up on the pitch. So our press is going to have to change, and it's going to mean that our DM is going to have to do more work.
I'm actually going to watch the Arsenal first preseason game. I just want to know what the hell.
I just want to get to preseason. I don't give a shit. Just give me Rice. There's a report on the Guardian saying it's almost done now with Rice. So just get me Rice.
News. That's definitely good news.
Get me Rice. Get me someone else as well, and then get Havertz and Timber. We haven't even talked about Timber.
I want to get to it. Let me just run through the quickly. Felipe says Salah will destroy that left side. Salah definitely will. I can't lie. Salah does love a goal against Arsenal. Tonali, Felipe, you're a Newcastle fan. Congratulations on Tonali. Congratulations on the directions your club is making as well. I actually do need to make a Newcastle stream at some point in time, Felipe. So I promise you I'll try my hardest to do one. But congratulations on that signing. Tonali, Bruno, G, midfield. That you
maybe Madison.
Do you prefer Tonali or Barella?
Don't even start Barella.
They're different types of players.
I know.
If
you speak on Barella, I will cry.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either, to be honest. But I think I just
sell my kidney to see him in a Liverpool shirt. This brother is the home kid. Thinks he's doing football career mode. I bet he has VIP subscription to Lee's YouTube channel. Such a lazy argument. And Kunle
I
has
think that's
like that
harsh.
at
I
the
think that's
perfect
very
time.
harsh.
Why is
Perfect
the
time.
internet doing this
You
to
know,
me?
Matthias, why are you angry? Honestly, I know you off the thing. Me and you follow me on Twitter. You've spoken on Spaces and stuff. Why are you mad? You just tell me, bro. We've got two people here. One guy and it. One guy who's not having it. It's okay. With you don't have to agree on every word, Habibi Matthias. Chill out. Kunle does not have a subscription to League Gunner, may I add. I know that for a fact. Kunle, we need to big you up. I can't lie. These last two super chats are for you. The three are actually for you. So I don't know if he's gonna restart or he's here or whatever is going on, because I want to share the one we're doing in possession as well, because I think Timber is related to that convo. Guys, while the Kunle fixes his internet, we've got a big crowd today. 340 people are here. Arsenal, I think, are the third most watched club on this channel. It's Liverpool, United, and then Arsenal. So it's the three big clubs, subhanAllah.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea, City. I can't lie. Spurs, I don't even do content. I've done one like Spurs theme show, and honestly, I felt like
I swear I was on that as well.
No,
like
that was the last
people.
summer one.
Last
I'm talking
summer.
about the different one. Yeah,
there was one with like 9 people. I remember Spurs came up. I can't remember. I think it was like I can't remember, but like I remember there was one where Spurs came up like in the middle of like the stream, and the views dipped quite a bit. It was
mad. The views didn't dip like we had like 150 people watching. It became 70
like,
just like that,
yeah,
and I'm like, I'm never fucking Spurs ever.
Can I? Let me just say the minute that the 115 charges comes up, I need that day. I need it, man. I need it.
You need that invite. I got you. 100%. You want to come on?
God.
If that 115 charges comes through, I'm doing a party.
We're all
celebration stream right there. Celebration stream.
Oh my God.
Anyway, our favorite fraud is back. Let's hope now. Kunle, are you like in Siberia? What is this?
Bro, I don't know what's going on, man. I've moved my settings and it's just doing a madness today, man. Sorry.
Okay.
You kind of look like you're in the terrace studio, with the vertical stuff. It looks very much similar to the way the terrace studio looks. If you remember back at the
we attacked Matthias for you, so now let's read the happy ones. Brazy says, I got here from Tunnel TV. Big up. Fire reactions. Make sure you subscribe to Tunnel TV. Great reactions as well. They added a Liverpool part as well, Kunle, right?
Of course, man. Of course. We always add you lot, man. We didn't just add you. Don't do that.
No, you said we're covering Liverpool more extensively. You told me 2 months ago, right? Like you're gonna do more Liverpool stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do more Liverpool stuff.
Trying to stop me up publicly like that. I'm picking up his channel. Unbelievable.
No, you're right. More thoroughly, yeah. You made it seem like we weren't covering them at all, but yeah, more thoroughly. You're right.
Anytime says they are paid 60 million in 3 years installments. Yes, they are. It's paid in installments, 60 million each year. We'll see. We'll see.
Is that the Havertz still? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I can't lie to you. If you sell him to like Al Ittihad 3 years from now and you're still paying installments, it's gonna look bad. Here to there says push 15 goals Odegaard deep for number 1 XG underperformer Kai. Shaking my head. Here to there, that is a valid argument. And when Karan said it, I kind of looked side-eyed. But I'll be honest with you, if Karan was next to me, I'd shake his hand right now and go like, you know what, you're actually trying your best. And it's it's almost convincing me, but it's not.
It's not.
I'm stopping myself.
He's not got me, bro. He's hit me with a few good ones.
Just the easiest way to look at it. Stop looking at it as a midfielder. It's a second striker role. Okay. It's a secondary striker. It's not a midfielder role.
We're going to show the people the other lineup now. And Matthias says, Hussam, you're my guy. But Kunle, bro, I might fly to the UK just to unplug the internet. You talk too much.
Bro, I'm in Lagos, my guy. I'm in Lagos. Come and fly to Lagos, bro. We'll take you.
Thank you for the super chat. As I said, guys, make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing. Big up my brother Matthios, big up to JK1892, Felipe, Brazy, Initan, here to there, of course, and Terry, alongside Ashraf, all the Arsenal fans in the comments. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Make sure you're slapping the like button. Make sure you're subscribing right now, 200 likes minimum. So now it's just for the part 2. I want us to address Timber in this as well, because I think this is where like the kind of the pros of Timber come about. So this is the out of possession Arsenal Football Club here. Karan, the floor is yours. Go for it, bud.
Right, you can see both Odegaard and Havertz patrolling the half space higher up the pitch, right? They're attacking. Either can go to the fullback or the centre back. Either way, you can see that, right? I'm not just talking tactical words. That's quite clear, yeah.
Yeah.
So the way this works is Jesus obviously is a very good presser.
I was trying to hypnotize me with diagrams.
No.
I'm on to you.
Jesus is a very good presser, and if you look at Hossam's favorite person, a certain Pep Linders, his version of pressing, his version of pressing is actually, he says that one man can basically occupy 2 to 3 players at one point. If you look at his way he's written, his lovely book, his lovely masterclass, let's try and trigger Hossam for a bit. That he goes into how basically you have to occupy lanes and occupy players. And what he means by that is really get to a place where you isolate each player so they have 2-on-1 at every single point. So Jesus, if the left centre back has the ball, Jesus moves and Havertz moves up and you're 2v1. And then they have players to go along. Opposite way, Ødegaard, Jesus. Right? Simple. And then as the ball goes through the lines, and obviously Rice has to be very, very aware. But the thing is, what's good here is that we have Rice and White, and Gabriel is behind Zinchenko as well. So that space with Havertz and Zinchenko is obviously a problem, and it is.
Yes.
Let's not lie.
Okay? Is down the middle a problem too?
No, because of Rice. Rice's ability to hoover up second balls and basically go into tackles and interceptions. His ability to do that is very good. So he is not a problem. And Gabriel and Rice will basically have to be that secondary defender for Zinchenko to basically push up against and create the 2v1 in that zone. That's where teams will attack us. Like if you look at how Nunez, for example, will operate, Nunez will try and isolate basically long kicks from Alisson, and you'll try and get knockdowns and get to isolate.
Yeah, he's just running behind, pace and
power.
Running
behind. This is the thing. But the thing is, what we do so well is both of our defenders are very quick. Our central defenders are very quick and they're very aggressive. And what we do very well is we balance well. So Gabriel is much more the aggressor, Saliba is the cover defender. So you have the ability to go more aggressive on the left and cover on the right, because White can drop into that third centre back role, and that's where we lead to Timber, who can also do that role. Timber has the ability to go from left right back or right centre back into centre back as well. So yeah, exactly. Use this team. This is the thing. These are very situational game state situations. But I'm talking about.
I think Karan is talking about like Luton Town at home. That's what
exactly. I'm not going to do this against Liverpool at Anfield, for example, right? This will be in place if we need to chase and get a goal, for example, right? Say we're 2-1 down at Anfield, chucking on Havertz for whoever the secondary DM is. We skied at Caicedo.
Salah just score another goal then. You'd give him that left-hand side.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see next season. You didn't get a win at Anfield this season, did you? So we'll see what happens next season. Let's see. This is just one version.
Hey, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie, Karen, Rob. If I'd never seen Havertz play, you've sold me. You sold me on the move, him coming in, the half space, the side space, all the spaces that he gets into.
That's why I'm saying I want to shake his hand. Like you
literally, I rate it because he's actually hit me with things that I could actually dissect and say, you know what? I'll give it to you. I'm not gonna lie. I started this stream with a complete no. There's nothing that can be said, but I'm still a no. But I understand in all your arguments. I actually understand them, so I respect it. And they're logical still.
Let me be clear. It's a no from me as well. I don't want this. I don't want any of this. I want Rice and Caicedo. I want a proper right wing backup or a proper left wing backup.
If you had Rice and Caicedo, you win the league next season with these.
So this is the thing.
See why I'm waiting on transfers when you asked me earlier? If it was those two,
this is the thing.
By the way, if it was
I'm going to say this again. Rice and Caicedo.
No one else, I still think you win the league. If it was just those two with no one else.
No, but the thing is, Rice and
come on, Sam.
Rice and Caicedo. 100%. Rice and Caicedo with Gundogan would have been less money than Rice, Havertz, and Lavia. Just let that sink in.
That's the worrying part.
That's where it gets horrible. That's why
And
I
that's
like
what I
this.
said. That's what I told the Arsenal fans. I don't think the City captain would go play for Arsenal. I think
And
it was
this is the
completely
thing.
different with
I,
Jesus
I
and
don't know
Zinchenko
why
and-
we even get involved in transfers like that because it's never gonna happen, man.
Yeah,
We
100%.
just
I
do
think
it
with
to
Jesus
ourselves.
and Zinchenko is a bit different because they're semi-fringe players, like semi. I'm not going to call them fringe players like and disrespect them. They're just semi-fringe. Like, so not every week they have to start. With Gundogan, it's completely different. I'll be honest with you. Like, I just knew that he was going to move outside the Prem. Funny enough, I had this conversation with Arsenal and Chelsea fans and United fans. Everyone was like, "Oh, we should get Gundogan. Should get Gundogan." I told them, like, guys,
Did any Arsenal fans think that that was possible, that transfer? Like, legit? Like, do you know, like, the reason why it can't be is because he wants a new challenge. Not like, I don't want to move cities.
No.
I need a new challenge, bro. I've won everything in England.
Yeah,
Why am I
of
going to go
course.
to another English
Of
club?
course. I don't. I look. If you ask me, I was always on the fence with it. You can ask for Sam. I was Rice. That was my main thing, and then we needed a
Yes.
secondary DM.
Rice,
It
Rice,
wasn't.
baby.
It wasn't. I wasn't as
Sorry.
massive on the Caicedo and Gundogan. But my point is that is the trade-off we've made. That's the problem, and this is the issue.
Yeah.
And say you even if you sign someone like a younger DM to come as a secondary version, like Rice, Caicedo, and then like some random, you know what I mean? But that could have still been less money than Rice, Havertz, and Lavia. That's the problem. And
I said Rice Caicedo AI generated.
Yeah.
Still cheap. Like,
So-
Yeah,
you know,
like-
one of FIFA, like you just
but we
bring a player like random guy of 17-year-old that you develop type thing. Like, you know, that could work. I can't lie. Rice and Caicedo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've said it even on Troops this channel. I've said it here. I think I said it to Karan last week as well. I said you guys sign Rice and Caicedo only, you win the league just by these two because they elevate everything. Offensively, defensively, transition, counter-attack, whatever you want. They would just, because here's the thing, Rice was the best tackler in the league. Caicedo was the second best tackler. Essentially, it would have been like unbelievably difficult to score a goal against Arsenal, which is what you struggle with. That's why when Kunle was talking about, nah, bro, I'm like, I don't think you guys have a problem scoring goals.
I hear you. And then Odegaard's free to do whatever he wants with those two behind him, though, to be fair.
You actually turn like into an attacking four even then. Not even an attacking. You could start Trossard with the usual three and you could just like destroy teams too. So I think it's all possible. Blaze says CFC will get Caicedo. Just today they've lost 5 players and over 130 million in the bank with Jackson and Nkunku and a new keeper coming, keeping their
they're really signing Michael Jackson for real.
No.
You know, Blaze,
Just read that
chance.
Just read that. 130 million fine. They needed to sign 75 million to balance the FFP books.
Yeah.
And they're also signing Jackson and Nkunku, who will count for next year's books, not this year's books. And a new keeper. And they're signing someone. And it keeps on going. It keeps on going. And they've done very well with the sales. Fair play to them. But the problem was, it wasn't to do with they were going to get sanctioned or whatever. That was a hope. There was always hope it could happen. But the problem is their window starts now, basically. Their window literally it starts now. Like Kunle was saying, oh, the window starts the day the window. This is where their window opens now. This is where they can start making deals. And even then, like they bid 60 for Caicedo. Like, really?
And no one said anything in the media.
No one said anything in the media. But for a player that Brighton themselves, this is Brighton you're dealing with. Everyone on this panel has dealt with Brighton. These are not easy people to deal with. Okay, like no. So
you ain't got no complaints. You got freaking McAllister for 30 M.
Yeah, no. But the point that his obviously was a lot.
You know what I was thinking about when Kunle was when Karan was explaining. I was like, you know who suits this left-hand side so much for Arsenal? McAllister. I was just thinking it in my head. I was like, if they got McAllister, he actually suits the role so much because he plays
35 M as well.
He plays 6, 8, and 10. He plays all 3 as well. So like he's got kind of like experience in all 3 positions. I was thinking, but you know what it is. Listen.
I wouldn't trust him as a 10 for Arsenal though, but I hear it.
No, but
no. But I'm saying he plays
McAllister,
when we're talking out of possession. He's in that position in the Arsenal system.
I get it.
We identified that we wanted a different type of. We wanted more of a defensively orientated like pivot midfield. That's how, like, you guys have Fabinho as the space cover, and now with Bajcetic will come in and do a different role, but your sixes are orientated different to us. You play with a single
like
player.
Stefan Bajcetic.
So
What a youngster,
it's
man.
not he works for your system. He will take over from Thiago at some point. Like, he will be, I think they'll start probably on the right and then move him to the left, or it depends on if you bring in another midfielder. It depends. There's lots of different ways you can do.
And we've got Europa League, so he could.
So-
there's plenty of experience for him to get.
I mean, not like we do need to get into Timber, but the last thing I'm gonna say is on this Havertz stuff is just like I don't want to be too much of a stereotype, but you have to see what he does as well. Like, I don't know what he does. This is just all theories. You know what I mean? Like,
That's fair. That's why I said I'm waiting for the first preseason game.
Like,
I just want to see how
I understand the trepidations, and the thing is, I know Connor's like, oh, it's just a stat at Arsenal things, but genuinely, no one has a clue what we're doing with him. Genuinely, do you have any idea what we're doing with him, Conley?
Not an absolute Scooby Doo, mate.
So
I'm intrigued.
Let's at least see what he's doing. I'm not.
No, but that's why I'm alarmed, because I don't know. Even with so for example, people say stuff like, we didn't trust the Ramsdale thing. For me, I'm one person that never complained about Ramsdale, because I thought if Arteta's signing Ramsdale, he must be good with his feet because he's gonna bench Leno. So I was like, okay, it must make sense. It's only the price that kind of confused me.
I don't mind it as a reason, but it can't be the only reson. You know what I mean?
No, it's not the only reason. I've been watching Kai Havertz for 3 years.
No, I know, but no. My point is if you're for the move, you can't just say, just trust Mikel. That can't be the only reason. You have to give me something.
Yeah, I agree. I think all three of us agree on that, by the way. Like, we don't want people to just go like, just trust Mikel and that's
it. So I have ideas of how we can do things, but will we? And what we will do, will it be better? It could be better than what I had planned. It could be worse. Like, my thing is if we use him kind of like Muller, or kind of like something like that, where he's kind of just like finding his space and just trying to basically run into the box.
The names you're dropping is scary, Karen, though. You're saying Muller. That's Thomas Muller, bro.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
Thomas.
No, but the thing is, what I don't like about this is people assume quality instead of role. I'm not talking about Thomas Muller 2013 prime time. I'm talking about the role that he performs. Can we put him in the role that he performs?
I wish I could get Thomas Muller from 2013 now, man. That's literally what I need right now. This very second. Unbelievable. I'd love to do that. Anyway, big up to you, Blaze. Big up to Anitan, Brazy, Felipe, JK, Matthios here to there, Terry, Ashraf. I think I want us to keep Timber for when he actually signs, Karen, because I want him to like, I want to do a whole Arsenal show on that. I think we covered the Havertz in depth as well, with charts for you guys. So we have to big up Karen for the charts. We have to big up all the
on the fly, by the way.
Yes, sir. On the fly, on the fly as well. So he done that for you guys. 300
clearly
people.
Clearly a tactical. Clearly.
An hour and 50 minutes.
I'm joking.
Make sure you're slapping the likes. Make sure you're subscribing. We're just gonna go around to the lovely people that are gonna let you know where you can find them. And guys, for the 500th time, just click the link to my Twitter in the description and follow me. It's a new Twitter account, right? I haven't blocked anyone. People DMing me, oh my God, you blocked me. You unfollowed me. I didn't block anyone. It's just my new Twitter, as you can see on the screen, or just click the link in the description and hit follow. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing. We shouted out everyone who gave in super chats. So we're going to go around the panel. We're going to let you know where you can find them. So next time you can actually big up Karan using his name instead of saying, I love this guy, whatever his name is. Karan, where can people find you?
You can find me at Twitter, current BAP. The setup is finally done, so the YouTube will be coming back at Ball of a Passion. It won't be streams. We'll be explaining a lot of stuff. Things are going to get very interesting, so look forward to that. And then I will have an article on Kai Havertz probably coming out tomorrow. So check the Twitter and cry with the rest of us about this signing. So yeah, thanks for having me on, man. It's a pleasure.
Always welcome, Karan. I really enjoy your work, honestly. I think you're a solid Arsenal fan. You both are solid people when it comes to Arsenal Football Club. I like it's no wildness. Man like Kunle, where can people find you?
First of all, big up Karen, bro. Big up Karen, man. It's been a good show today. Good chat as well, man. You've opened my eyes on a few things, so you never know. I might be looking at Havertz with a little bit of a different eye now. You said it. I know, right? Hopefully, he can turn into prime Hazard. So we'll see. But yeah, you can catch me on Tunnel TV on all platforms. Lots of new stuff. We're about to move into a new studio, so a lot of new things coming from that channel. And on One Touch TV, I'm returning on Friday for a transfer show as well, so look out for that. Yeah, and that's about it really. One Touch TV, Tunnel TV on all platforms. On Twitter, it's One Touch T until Hussam teaches me how to change the name. That's what it's gonna be. Appreciate it.
Big up, Kunle. I love how Kunle just turned into like 1080p HD crystal clear when it was time to end. Where was this all show log?
This is the promo segment, bro. You gotta be on point, isn't it?
He's HD in the promo, and then during the main event, he ain't there. Unbelievable, Jeff. Anyway, we thank Karen, we thank Kunle. If you guys missed their ads, just go to my announcement tweet. You will find their ads. Follow them both. Both great guys. Subscribing to their channels as well. Both incredible people. And see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Man City and Liverpool on the tables tomorrow. See you guys later. Peace.
Whoa. See you later, bro.